Which is, blessed be, it's WhiteRaven over here. And today is Monday, and I'm starting this video very different from what I usually do every single Monday. But this is something that is burning in my heart, and I think I need to talk about it before we go ahead. And I share with you this really awesome quick spell that I have for you guys today. I want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for your support this week. Many of you guys know that this week for me was a very loaded, heavy, hostile week. I ask for your support. I ask for your good vibes. And I want to say thank you so much because those vibes were felt immediately. I want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being in my life. You have no idea how much I appreciate you, witches. Let's do the video. Beautiful witches, blessed be. This is WhiteRaven over here. Today's Monday, so happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. Well, witches, what a week. I gotta tell you this week actually finished with at least 2 people ready to go into my cauldron as a hex. No time to play this week. I tried to behave, I tried to be good, but you know what? Sometimes some people, witches, they just listen. A lot of people out there live their lives thinking that they can do things to other people and just be happy and nothing's gonna happen. People don't know how many witches are out there. And we have the ability to take justice into our hands. It's very simple for us with a little jar and a couple of herbs. We put you in a jar and we'll make you pay all your transgressions. Rest assured that if you cross a witch, you're going to get the rest of their anger. So that was me this week. I want to say thank you so very much again. You guys carry me this week. I was very stressed out. I had a heavy week. Loaded. Extremely hostile. And you guys carry me. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because you guys are truly amazing. It's incredible when a couple of witches get together and they think about the same thing. It's incredible how fast our intentions work. Now, before I go ahead and I show you the spell that I have for you guys today, somebody wrote me an email today that I thought it was very interesting. One of you was really concerned because you were buying some oils from a witch in Facebook. And when you received the oils, it had nothing inside and it had no color. And I want to address that because I can, because I think as a person that makes a lot of recipes and oils for my website for you guys, I can probably share some light if you have the same concern and the same questions. Which is, I have seen hundreds of oils out there that are loaded with color and sparkles and herbs, and that doesn't mean they are necessarily the best oils out there. Personally, I like my oils to be as clean as possible. So I'm going to talk from my perspective, okay? If you receive my oils, you know I'm not going to put a lot of bulk inside because I feel the more herbs and the more stuff I put inside the bottle that I send you, the less product you get. Most of my oils have herbs in the master bottles. That's what I put all the herbs. When I send them to you, sometimes I put a little piece of something in the oil, but the idea is not for me to send you this oil filled with herbs and stuff, because the more herbs inside that oil, the less product in reality that you are going to get. Just because an oil is loaded with herbs doesn't mean it's going to work better than an oil that's been sitting for months and months and months and months and they have been charged by a witch. Another thing that I want to tell you, witches, and maybe again I'm trying to share some light with you, a lot of oils are made just with essential oils. They do not require any herbs because it's not the herb what we need. What we need is the essential oil, the very blood of the plant. So many times you're going to get an oil that does not have any colors because the essential oil of that particular ingredients that you're adding into your oil have no color. Many other times, and I'm going to give you an example, essential oils like calamus essential oil, which is 10 out of 10 for commanding oils, or for example, witch's hazel, they don't have a very strong scent. Obviously they smell, but they don't have a very strong scent. And when you mix these oils with carrier oils, the smell is going to be extremely mild. So what I'm trying to tell you with this is, witch, a lot of the oils that you purchase out there may not have a lot of smell. Let me give you another example. Rose essential oil, jasmine essential oils are oils that are extremely hard to get, and they are extremely, and when I say extremely, it's all capital letters, expensive. So right now I can put a whole bunch of jasmine flowers in a bottle with oil, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to yield a lot of scent. If you want to have that beautiful soft jasmine scent, the oils that are added into the master bottles are going to be fragrance oil. The important part is that you get fragrance oils that come from a reputable, good quality source. The most important part is, which is that you trust the person that you're buying your products from. It's very important. If you ever have any questions in regards to any of my oils, please email me at lairofthewitch@yahoo.com. Today I have a really cool little spell for you guys because, you know, witches, I really want this year to be all about prosperity. That's my focus for this year, for the year 2022. I want this to be a prosperous year, not only for me, but for all of you guys. So if that is something that you want to focus this year on, this is going to be a spell that is going to help you keep focused throughout the year. I'm going to be sharing spells like this throughout this year, okay? So I hope you like prosperity spells because I will be making lots of these spells for you guys. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to stick around, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get my videos every week. I'm here every Monday teaching you witchcraft and what it is to be a witch from my perspective. Oh my god, witches, you probably are so tired of me saying that. I keep telling myself to stop saying it, but I just feel like so rude if I don't introduce myself and invite people in, you know. So what are we going to do for the spell today? Today we're going to be working with candle magic. And candle magic is one of my favorite go-to type of magic when I need to do something really quick and really powerful. I mean, the whole process of a candle burning and consuming the fuel of the candle, transforming that and sending it into the ether is such a powerful force. Candle magic sometimes is so understated. People think that to do really good magic, you have to have a voodoo doll and you have to have all this cemetery there and all these things. Listen, you have no idea the power that you have in a little candle and how much you can do when you are burning and consuming the fuel that the wax is giving the fire. So today we're going to be working with a prosperity spell, but you can use this technique pretty much for anything you want. Now, you guys, I'm pretty sure, have heard of 7-day candles. 7-day candles are going to be this type of candles. I have this one burning because I always have my candle burning when I'm doing my video. But this is a 7-day candle. Now, this will be a 7-day candle if you leave it burn like constantly. I recommend for you, if you ever use a candle like this and you're going to leave it burning constantly, number one, I tell you, don't do it. You should be attending your candle the entire time this is being consumed. But if you have to leave it all the way way, make sure that you put this candle inside a big pot with water. Water surrounding these candles, because these candles, when they are working, they tend to explode. And sometimes if the wick is too close to the glass, they will explode too. So you always want to exercise caution, which is you got to be very cautious when you're burning 7-day candles. Now, not everybody has a 7-day candle at home, or not everyone wants to leave a candle burning constantly, especially if you think you have to leave it unattended, which is, I strongly suggest, don't ever do that. I have a candle over here, and this candle, is about 8.5 centimeters long. This is a typical candle that you're going to find in Botanicas. It's a pure wax candle. I really like this type of candles because they burn really evenly and really good. And what I did was I did little markings in 7 centimeters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After I marked my little candle, I got some pins. Just pins, which is the pins that you use for sewing, which are the same pins that you use when you're doing puppet magic. Just 7 pins. I painted them greens, but you do not need to have them green if you can find them. Just because I'm doing this for prosperity, the color that I chose for this candle was green. You can also use a gold one. If you watched my video last week in which we did a candle and an altar for Lady Fortuna, you know that I prefer gold for her. Right now, I'm also using my Lady Fortuna oil for this particular spell. This is available on the website. I put it yesterday. We have our candle. And also I'm going to have just paper over here because I'm going to write a petition. You do not have to have this particular just paper. You can have a brown piece of paper. And if you don't have brown piece of paper, then just use a regular piece of paper. Okay. And also make sure that you have your handy dandy pencil. Okay, witches, so the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to write down in here 9 times what I want. So if in your case you need a specific amount of money, then you're going to write it down 9 times. If in your case you just want general prosperity, which is what I want right now, I'm just going to write prosperity 9 times in this paper. Once you finish writing down prosperity in your paper, I'm going to grab my Fortuna oil. And remember guys, we did this together a couple of videos ago, but I have it in my website if you guys want it. And I'm going to do a quick cooks in the paper, which means 5 drops and 1 in the center, 4 drops in the 4 corners and 1 in the center. That is my petition. You don't have to write it in a just paper. You can have it in a regular paper. Okay, so now that you have your petition in here, we're going to have our candle. And remember, I already marked this candle over here with 7 markings to put 7 pins in each marking. I am going to anoint this candle with Fortuna oil as well, from the middle up and from the middle down. I want this, as it burns, to communicate to the universe what I want. I'm going to start with this tea light just for the purpose of having some firework burning while I do my ritual. Now, let's start by putting each pin in each marking. Do not go all the way through. If you go all the way through, witches, you may break your candle. Okay, you just need to stick these little pins just a little bit. Okay, you don't need to go right through the entire candle. Just make sure there's 7. And the idea is, witches, that as soon as that one pin falls, then you snuff your candle. Make sure that you don't snuff your candle by blowing on it. It's very important, okay? Do not blow on your candle, witches. Make sure you just put out the fire. Either by grabbing them like this or just by fanning it with a fan, but just make sure you do not blow on the candle. So your candle is going to look like this. The color that I put in this pins is glow in the dark, so I'm really excited about that. Once you have your 7 pins in your candle, I'm going to ground my candle. Once you have your candle grounded, or you put it in candle holder, we're going to light the wick. A lot of people ask me about this lighter. This is an electric lighter. I really love using my electric lighter for magic. Okay, witches, so the idea is for this candle to burn. And as soon as your first pin falls, all the fire reaches your first pin, you snuff it. Make sure if you are going to watch this candle that you are focusing in prosperity, if it's prosperity what you are working. It's so windy outside, witches. So once all your pins are melted through and all your pins fell, you're going to grab all of them, witches. And this is what you're going to do in your paper. I'm going to do it in my Just Paper. You don't have to do it in a Just Paper if you don't have it. You are going to create an X. You're going to put your pins in the shape of an X. Okay. The next pins are going to be put in the center. Right? You have one in the center. And we're going to cross 2 pins. Okay? So you see this? You have an X in here. You have a pin going straight down with 2 pins across. And then you're going to finish with another X in here. And it's going to look something like this. 1 X, the cross, and another X. The next thing I'm going to do, witches, I am going to fold this carefully. Okay. And now, with green cord, I'm going to carefully wrap this. Now, once this is wrapped, witches, you are going to bury this in the front steps of your house because you want to invite prosperity into your life. If this is done for love, make sure that the cord is red, the candle is red, and you need herbs and oil pertaining to love. And you're still going to bury that in front of your front steps. But if you're doing this to get rid of somebody, please make sure that you throw away that bundle in a place that you're never going to come back. I hope you like this little ritual. And that's it, witches. This is a very simple way for you to utilize candle magic. And again, and you can adapt this to whatever need you have. If you need love, then you're going to change the candle color, maybe the oil that you're using, maybe the days that you are starting this 7-day ritual. If you want somebody to disappear away from you, instead of burying this in your front steps, you want to take this away from you and throw it away from you. You can adapt candle magic to do whatever you want. And then if you don't have the 7-day candles, then you can divide your candle in 7 parts. Thank you so very much for all your love and all your support. Remember to visit my website, WhiteRavenandWitchesLair.com. I have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and they're all going to be linked in the description of the video. Visit me there. And if you have any questions, witches, email me, lairofthewitch@yahoo.com. Remember, I do not work for people. It is always awesome, awesome, awesome talking to you, witches. You must stay very smart. Knowledge is power, witches. Knowledge is power. But above all, you must stay so very wicked. Bye.